Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about some Dragon Ball Z Kakarot news that came out of VGem. So, I know some other stuff for like Dokkan and Legends come out, but I'm just going to focus on Kakarot for this one because it's pretty big. And I also want to give my thoughts and a reason why it's still Dragon Ball Z, not necessarily Dragon Ball Super. So, basically the scan came out. There was a lot of info talking about the Anamorpholine incident, like the lore behind the fur creatures and everything. Apparently it was a drug and all that. Like if you play the game, you play the side mission, you already know it. And another mission about like the Ozaru tail, and like how if you got stronger than the Ozaru form, then basically you lose the tail essentially and it won't grow back. It's pretty weird, but whatever. It's just a game lore, right? The biggest thing that came out of the scan though was a little picture that had a hint towards the DLC, which was a picture of a tree. Now, it's not the Tree of Might, obviously, and like if you thought it was a Tree of Might, I don't know what to say, because the Tree of Might literally just looks like a tree, but giant, and like, you know, as it pops out of the earth. This tree was a purple tree in a godly realm, which means it is BEERUS' tree in BEERUS' planet. So, essentially, it basically confirms that the DLC will cover. Not only that, there was a data mine before of a Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue character model for Vegeta, and I think a BEERUS character model. I'm not sure if that was 100%, but they found it in the game, so it's in the game. So essentially what I'm trying to say is they probably will be covering the Battle of Gods film and Resurrection F. And the reason I say this is because those films, if you remember when they originally came back, when Dragon Ball Z was on its come up, or Dragon Ball Super was coming back, or Dragon Ball in general, it was a Son Goku and Friends special, I think in 2010, and they had the two films that, keep this in mind, it's called Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods and Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, before they were adapted in Super again for the first two arcs. So they essentially first came out as Dragon Ball Z titles, not Dragon Ball Super, so it still counts as a Dragon Ball Z story. Not only that, they're very different in terms of adaptations too. In the movie, BEERUS and all that all happens at Capsule Corp, the party, everything. It all happens at Capsule Corp, and then Goku shows up. And in the anime and Super, it happens on a boat over the ocean. You know, it's essentially the same story, but just on a boat. For Resurrection F, it was slightly different. He had, I think it was Tagoma or something, getting like repossessed by Ginyu, and he was strong. He fought Gohan. Gotenks was there, I think. Very, very different in the anime as opposed to the movie. So what I'm trying to say is, essentially, they did confirm Battle of Gods, maybe Resurrection F, or maybe it's considering we have a blue character model Vegeta in the game. Again, I'll have probably images or something at least here next to my head. It essentially hopefully means that we're gonna get some movie DLC. And what does that mean for the future DLC? Honestly, I think if they're gonna stick with canon, they might go, maybe, I doubt they'll go into Super, and I doubt they'll go into GT, but the other hope is that maybe they go into Dragon Ball Z movies, even though they're not canon, aside from Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, which you can debate if they're canon or not because of Dragon Ball Super, because the different continuities in the manga, the anime and the movies, it's all a little bit confusing. So I really hope we do get some movie stuff. What I mean by that is like Tree of Might, Dead Zone, Legendary Super Saiyan, like, you know, the OG Z Broly, Fusion Reborn. Considering Dragon Fist is in the game, I would love to have a giant fight against Hirudegan and see like that cutscene. I'm pretty sure they'll at least give that the budget it deserves. So I would love to see like some of those movies at least adapted. I think the most popular movies are probably gonna be, at least I would kind of like a History of Trunks special in the game, considering they literally skipped over, we didn't even go to the future timeline, they skipped over everything when it comes to future Trunks. They didn't talk about future Gohan, they didn't even go into his backstory, they didn't even show when Trunks went back and, you know, destroyed the two androids. Like they skipped some stuff, a lot of stuff in the android stuff. So I wouldn't mind us getting a future Trunks special DLC that, like, you are in the future, it's all destroyed, all gray and dark, the way it was, you know, in the show or in the special. So I wouldn't mind that. Aside from that, if any movie I would really want in there is obviously probably Fusion Reborn, and probably I think Broly is almost a shoo-in, because not only is new Broly really popular, old Broly is still really popular. Don't get it twisted. Even though the new Broly might be better, and like more characterized than the old Broly, Z Broly is still iconic and still really popular to a lot of people. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. What do you guys think about the DLC? If there's a movie that you want to be tied into the game, which one would it be? Would it be, because there's like what, 12 or 13 films? You have BoJack, which I would like, with a new character model for Gohan. You have Fusion Reborn, you have Cooler, you have Wrath of the Dragon, you have Tree of Might, you have Dr. Wheelo and the World's Strongest, you have Garlic Jr. and Dead Zone. You know, there's a lot of stuff. Meta Cooler, lots of stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.